hot mess and a disaster and a dumpster fire. Hello, 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 and welcome to my channel. My name is Keona, and I do mainly diamond. Today we are doing a WIP Chat, where I work on my work in progress, chat to you guys, and you do whatever you want. It has been a week. Well, how we're going to start off this segment, as I get up and walk around real quick, how we're going to start off my WIP Chat this week, it's a new format. I'm going to start with my purchases for this week. And yes, I know I talked about limiting myself with purchases. Yeah, there's a reason why I have to get up. I have to grab one of those purchases. But, yeah. Sorry for the crinkle. Actually, I should pause before I get to this so I can get that out of the package. So, I can't stop myself from opening things because I like to get things organized. I have a complete disaster of a studio, so I can't really wait to put things out till the end of the month or end of the week in this case. Why are you like, there we go, sorry. Like the square is not centered. Sorry. We'll get into this in a minute. So, I did several purchases over the week. I received several purchases over the week. I talked about my DP with sparklers at the month in review. I did get a DP with sparklers. There's an image right here of that first order. I ordered it on the 29th. I got metallic gunmetal, crystal square crystal 939, square crystal 996, and the square wonder set limited edition. Got those. Everything's square. I usually only order square. I received that on the 4th. And then my paint gem order I made on 1/29. I received that on the 7th. And that is the Love Edition and Black Magic Edition. Image on the screen. And then I did another DP with sparklers order. That image is now on the screen of, on the 3rd. Of the new Crystal AB releases of February, which was a limited set, and the Winter Wonderland February 2023 set, which is a limited edition. And I got that on 7th. So that was 2 packages I got on the 7th. Then when I sat there and I looked at my current set, and I was like, oh darn, I'm full. On the 7th, I went on Amazon and I ordered this guy, which is the 3-tier version of the 2-tier version I already had. I got that on the 9th, which is today. And then I ordered 2 Diamond Art Club orders, which the image is right here. I ordered one on the 3rd and one on the 4th. And they combined my order together. I got I Am Not a Craft Hoarder and Big Sis on the 3rd, and Cosmic Trip was released on the 4th, and I received both of those today. Okay. Excuse me. So now we got our week's purchases out of the way. I don't like doing videos specifically for hauls. I really don't. So I figured, why don't I just sit there and tell you about my purchases each week? And then that way, it's not at the end of the month. I'm not being pressured to make all these clips and all that. And so you can get images. And plus, then I'm also doing recordings for TikTok. And all of these hauls will go up on TikTok. Maybe I'll put them on short. That's a good idea. I should put them on short. I still have the original files. I don't know if I have the original file of the first DP with sparklers or the paint gem. That's a good idea. Maybe I should utilize YouTube Shorts. Anywho, let's get on into the WIP Chat. I'm going to bring this in. And we're going to start with Monday, even though this pertains to Tuesday. Monday, my sleeping schedule is going great. Actually, that's all weekend. I know I have a bad habit of talking about the weekend. So, But it's really weird to talk about my day, or my week, in this case. I've been putting out a lot of content. I haven't really been doing much. I haven't been going anywhere. I've been living my life online, spending a lot of time in Mrs. Coffee's streams. So, yeah. Honestly, there's something to talk about Monday. It's easier to sit there and just straight into Tuesday. Straight into Tuesday, in the middle of recording my time lapse. Oh no, it tore. In the middle of my time lapse on Tuesday. Just gonna make sure it's cut nice. In the middle of my time lapse on Tuesday, my light pad, I noticed, was dim. And I've been having a problem with my big light pad flickering for a while, my A2. So, finally, it said, I'm not going to get bright anymore. And I couldn't see what I was doing. I tried. So, that light pad is officially in the trash. And the whole reason I did the order on the 7th, which is Tuesday, to get I was going to wait till today to order, because today's payday, to order the storage, but I decided to go ahead and add that in, is I need to get a new light pad. So I have a new A2 light pad coming tomorrow. That's what sits underneath my glass. The glass that my drafting table's on. And so I had to pull out the A3. And that's what I'm currently, it's like weird because it's too thick to go under the glass. And it's got a bubble from when it was next to a heater. I don't want to talk about it. But it works just great. So I just don't like it because it's the USB-C. And the other one was a separate power. And with it not being under the glass, I'm not getting I'm worried that I'm going to hit the power button. The light turns off on me. I really am. But I got that ordered, and it's coming tomorrow, and I think Friday time-lapse might have it. I'm not too sure. If it doesn't have it in the Friday time-lapse segment, it'll be in the Saturday, definitely. Because I can't go very long without it. One of those things. Like, no, I've grown accustomed to this. So Tuesday, I thought, okay, fine. And the week's been great, by the way. You know, everything's been great since I last talked to y'all. Things have been amazing. My time management skills need to be worked on, but I have ADHD. It's gonna be forever a struggle. But, you know, things have been fine. I've been going to bed early. I've been waking up at 4 a.m. every day, getting that time to myself. So Wednesday comes along, and 4 o'clock in the morning, I go to my computer where I was rendering the post review. Yeah, how do I put this? Things did not go well. There were some videos I put on Instagram, or some pictures I put on Instagram of me removing my video card. Because, it didn't render. It just gave me an error, which is the typical, CUDA error. Like, okay, so I restart the program, and when I go to the playback, it's stuttering. It's just 2 steps, 2 frames forward, 1 frame back, 2 frames forward, 1 frame back. Computer set volume to 1. I forgot all about my echo. So, it was stuttering real bad. Like I said, 2 frames forward, 1 frame back. I cannot line this up. My eyesight is not working. So it is only 1. And I go straight to the Google machine. And Google machine says, oh, it's your GPU. Just turn off your Mercury, or turn off your CUDA settings, go to software. Still doing it. No more Google. And then while I'm trying to fix it all, it decides, hey, I'm going to crash. Like, just randomly. Like, I'm going to crash. What do you mean? Like, not Premiere, but my... What's it called? My graphics driver decides it's going to crash. So, I go ahead and okay, what do we have to do here? And it reopens. What I mean by crash is all the screens turn off, then it comes back, and I have to reopen Premiere and all that. So, I reopen Premiere, it's still stuttering. Like, okay, what if it's Premiere? So I uninstall Premiere and reinstall it completely. Blanket restart. Or reinstall. Clean reinstall. Still doing it. As I'm trying to figure this out, my screens go purple. Not black, purple. And they stay that way. I restart my computer. Computer loads up. I log in. As soon as my Aorus engine software loads up, purple. My background image, if I remember to, I'll post an image right here. But my background image on my computer is purple. It's a purple, completely branded image. If you ever see me stream, you will see it as my background color when I'm switching programs. So, I'm like, why is my screen turning... Actually, the shade of purple I'm working on right now, 3837. If you're a jamming painter, you know this. If you're just listening to me, you don't know this. But just pay attention to what color I'm using right now. See, because light pad. Sorry. Either way. So, it's just blanket purple. I go, okay. That's a graphics card issue. So, I restart my computer into safe mode, uninstall Aorus engine, because basically a setting was... Somehow a setting got messed up. And I couldn't get back to it because every time Aorus engine would load, which is on startup, my screens would turn purple. I have a Gigabyte Aorus 2080 Super inside my game PC. And this is what I use to render. So I go ahead, I go into safe mode, I reinstall, I uninstall Aorus, restart, re-download completely, so it's a nice new version of Aorus. Re-download Aorus and install. No problems whatsoever. Go to Premiere, it's still stuttering. Everything the Google machine has told me is that I need to... It's my driver. Basically, I knew... To preface this, my video card has been giving me issues. It's on its way out. I just don't feel like spending $1,000 on a new video card, so I'm letting it last as long as it lasts. It's gonna have to die on me before it gets replaced. So, at this point, I have convinced that it has died. Go ahead, I take it out. Decide that it is on its last leg. I'm going to swap graphics card. I'm going to put the 2060 from my mini PC into my game PC. My mini PC is my stream PC, right? So I go ahead, I shut down the stream PC. By the way, I finally set stream PC back up on Monday. That's important to this story because you'll find out why. So I take down my stream PC, I take out the graphics card on my game PC. I have decided now, wait a minute, before we do the whole swap-a-roo, let's take out the riser, because I have a riser on my game PC, so my graphics card can sit on its side, so you can see the RGB for the fans. Come on, I'm a gamer, right? So I take out the riser, and I put the card straight in. Reload everything. Still a stuttering audio problem. You are studio. It's not just audio. It is a stuttering problem. Like I said, it'll go 2 frames forward, 1 frame back. So for every 3 frames, it's only literally going 1 ahead. And it looks like if you're trying to draw a straight line, it's going... And I didn't know if it was going to do that in the render or the preview, whatever. You know? So, and this started at 4 a.m. So I go ahead... Forgot a whole section. I pour that right back in. So I go ahead and I like, okay, it's still stuttering this way. So I pull out the 2060. I put it into the stream PC or game PC. I start up my computer. It's still stuttering. I go, well, I need to hear the audio, and I can't hear the audio because the stream PC is now turned off. When the stream PC is plugged in and everything's all set up, the audio goes to the stream PC from the game PC, and I hear through my headset. It's right here. This headset. You may have seen the mic camera. It's off. Yeah. So it goes to that, just through audio routing, right? So I decide, okay, I need to stop the audio routing. I need to hear this, and so I decide to try to get it to work on my speakers, on my monitors. I forget the 2 monitors on the game PC don't have speakers, but I'm trying. I'm like, why can't I hear? And I go, oh, the auxiliary cable's still plugged in from one computer to another. So I unplug the auxiliary cable. I'm still not hearing audio, and then it hits me. Your monitors do not have speakers. Your 2 curved monitors do not have speakers. That's what I have on the game PC. And so I go ahead and I plug in that headset via wire instead of wireless by using the USB-C cable that's plugged into this light pad right now. So I go ahead and do that. Well, let me just tell you, the stuttering's gone. It's no longer going 2 frames forward, 1 frame back. I have a graphics card sitting on one table, both computers wide open, the riser not even plugged back in on the... At this point, the 2060 Super is in the game PC, not the 2080. And it was the auxiliary cable. Because I don't know. I don't know why it was causing it. I don't know what the issue was. I was using the out on top of my computer instead of on the back. So the equivalent of a front out for other PCs, but since these have top power buttons and not front power buttons, the front USB and front auxiliary are all on top. So that's where I had plugged it into. And yeah, all that trouble was for an auxiliary cable. So yeah, I spent all of Wednesday. Well, first thing I did was I stopped what I was doing. I went ahead and kept it the way, or I put the 2080 back in. I shut the computer down, put the riser back in, put the 2080 back in. Didn't even close the case up. Turn back on, get Premiere Pro up, and I use my headphones plugged into my game PC, and I just go ahead and I edit the post review and I get it up on YouTube. That's why the post review was up at like 1 p.m., which is what they were recommending for time and not the 8 a.m. I normally do, which kind of pissed me off because of the fact that I have discovered if I don't release at 1 a.m., I am not getting circulated. Like, I'm not being picked up by the algorithm. Is that in the right place? It just was a little awkward. So it's annoying. It's a little aggravating. You know, this is a hobby, but at the same time, I do want it to be a successful hobby. It's kind of like my shop, right? So, stuff like that's aggravating. And it's kind of funny when it's telling me that it recommends that I upload at 1, and I get a video out at 12:30, and it acts as if I got it out in the middle of the night. It's like, okay, I'm going to stick with my times and my testing. I'm not going to follow your little recommendations from now on. That's the reason why you'll get 8 a.m. videos usually, is because I have sat there and I've tried multiple times on my own time schedule based on the diamond painting community and the gaming community, but based on, you know, the type of communities I'm targeting, when is the best time to upload for me? And it's 8 a.m. So you will if I'm getting a video out, it'll always be between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. because 10 a.m. is a good time too. So, yeah. This color. I am blind. I'm looking for the arrow. Get my nails tapping. And I broke my middle nail, and so it's shorter than the rest. So get that out. I finally fixed everything. And when I mean fix everything, computers are back together. Yes, I just hit the mic. I'm sorry. The computers are back together. The covers are on. And now I go to fix the audio to where I can get the audio from the game PC to the stream PC. Which I'm just using my Elgato. The same thing I do to get my main monitor from the game PC to the stream PC. I just decided to route it through Elgato for now, which is kind of buzzy and it's annoying, which was the original reason I grabbed the auxiliary cable. So yeah. The good thing is right now y'all are being filmed from the stream PC instead of my laptop. I've been using my laptop forever. So now that I got the stream PC, I don't have the camera refreshing every 20 minutes. Thank God. That was annoying. And so this is my first week on the stream PC. But yes, I got the audio and everything finished. I think it was 7:30 at night. Yes. You heard me. 4 a.m. to 7:30 at night. That's how long I worked on this problem. Just in time to go hang out in Mrs. Coffee's chat and congratulate her on her new diamond painting, which comes out tomorrow. Well, tomorrow for y'all. 2 days for me. So, Saturday. And I'm going to have to try to snag that, even though it's around. And there's another one coming out that I want from Peggy Collins that I kind of need to snag because it looks just like my Hansel. If I remember correctly. Here's the video image right here. All these images I'm going to have to remember. I'm going to miss one of them. And we're all going to laugh. You missed one on my finger. Is that tape? I'm okay, I swear. No, I'm not. I'm not okay. Oh, copyright. So, that was Wednesday. Then today, because it's like almost 9 something. What is it? Watch. Alright, it's 9. 9 o'clock right now. Today has been a day because I've been working on my content. I've been working on TikTok content. That's why I bought the paint gem. I've seen paint gem all over YouTube. I haven't seen it really on TikTok. And I've been wanting to try them out. And I used Hades' code from Diamonds and Washing. I used her code to get 10% off. And so this was just to try it, and I tried it, or not tried it. Well, I did try it today, but I started TikTok content on it yesterday because I did the haul video, and then I did unboxing video, and then this morning I did the first video on it because what I'm doing is a D12 video. You know me and my dice rolls, which is putting the D20 video on hold, which is fine because I'm off at it. I'm telling you. If I had not been doing content on this Anne Stokes mystery kit, I would have stopped. 100%. 100% would have stopped. By the way, if y'all didn't realize, I'm still working on Magic Potion. I know I didn't mention it. I thought it was obvious that this is going to be my WIP Chat for a while, but then I realized that not a lot of people watch WIP Chats every week. May have missed it, and there's some new people here. Hi, new people! If you're still listening this far in. Oh, I just realized the down things. I can't see the time now of how long I've been recording because I'm too far away from the screen. I got a light on. Does that make a difference? Oh, it did. That's gotta come back on. Yeah, then come back on. So we're gonna take a guessing game on how long this video is gonna be. Now I'm blind. Because I looked straight in the light when I unplugged it. Or not unplugged it, turned it off, and then turned it back on. This is temporary. This will be the only WIP Chat that you have this, like, bright light right in your face. Because once I get my light pad in, which I'm really excited about. This light pad, instead of it being a button that I had to pull the light pad out from under the glass, press the button to turn it on and off so it always stayed on. Why it went bad in the first place. It has a side button and it still has a plug instead of USB port. Makes me happy. Because right now the light pad is plugged into my UPS. If you don't know what a UPS is, it's a uninterrupted power supply. I have 3 of them. I have one for my game PC, which that's what the LED or the light pad's plugged into. Is the one for my game PC. I have one for my game PC, one for my stream PC, and one for my network. So if I were to lose power, I have 20 minutes on my computers and like 2 hours on my network. And no, that's not me being addicted to the internet or anything like that. That is just, I live in a very old house with old wiring. So I kind of have to do it that way. Because I've already had an issue where brownouts messed with my kids' computers and I had to fix them. I didn't have to replace the power supply in them, but, you know, you always have that fear of what if the power supply goes. And so I'd rather be safe than sorry. Forgive the sigh. Right now, I'm feeling some kind of way. Because I have no problem being the educator, for lack of better terms. I have no problem sitting there being foul-mouthed and everything else. But I'm starting to feel the pressure that since I've had some moments where I've been really out there. Maybe this Monday I was that way. I know last week I was that way. But having these moments where I'm so out there that when people have normal interactions with me, they expect me to be out there. And not like out there. This stuff's completely normal to me. Like, I talk about adult sex toys and stuff like that because of the fact that I think that it should be normalized. I don't think that we should be so afraid to be adults and everything else that we shouldn't. I honestly hate the fact that the US considers sexuality and everything so taboo. You know, and so if I'm in an adult stream, I don't see the issue that that I do respect the creator, I do. But what I'm saying is if the creator doesn't care, I don't see it being taboo talking about that stuff. And I made a joke with Sierra. Hi Sierra, love you. Anyway, I made a joke with Sierra and that I'm educating the, you know, I'm doing the Lord's work and educating on, you know, self-pleasure, for lack of a better term. But it's like, hold on, my allergies are getting... Sorry, normally I have a tissue right on the table or in my pocket that I can grab, because when my eyes start to itch, they start to burn real bad, and I could feel it coming on. So what was I saying? Well, you know, I was talking about my adult education. Doing the Lord's work. Which, you know, it's fine once in a while, but I find it annoying to the creators. And I know Miss Coffee hasn't said anything because it's only been in her chat, and I don't do it to other creators' chat because it's not my place. I don't have that kind of rapport built with other creators. But it makes me, now I feel like this pressure to talk about vibrators and stuff almost every stream, and I don't want to only talk about that. I have no problem talking about it, but I don't want to go out of my way to make that the topic of conversation because I find it rude to sit there and always be like, I'm the center of attention. Let me talk about dildos today. You know? Weird. So, instead, and then last night in Mrs. Coffee's stream, I love you, Mrs. Coffee. I'm not mad at you or anything like that. It's like, there was this person who came in, their name was It's Tiny Still. And Miss Coffee made a comment. We're just waiting for saying something about how I'm shocked Keona's not saying anything. And I didn't see the creator, but once I saw the creator, yes, I made my joke. Or, not the creator, the viewer. Once I saw the viewer, I go, I'm nice to new people. You know, I'm not going to sit there and attack them as soon as I meet them. I was like, but question, what's tiny still? And how tiny is it? You know what I mean? So I did get my inappropriate joke in there, but it's like, is that all that's expected of me right now? I don't know. It's just, I have no filter. I have my screen door filter on Twitch, which we've talked about that, where basically I filter, but it's as good as a screen door is in rain. And then I have a filter on YouTube, because I understand that YouTube has an algorithm you must appease. Must appease the algorithm! So, and from what I understand, there's quite a few prudes on YouTube. I don't know. I've never really gotten along with the type of people that these are that I've heard about. So, I'm not from the Facebook crowd. I'm not from the Facebook crowd. I'm not from the Instagram crowd. I'm from the gamer crowd. The gamer crowd, we're out there. We're all millennials. We're all about, you know, we're about changing the way life is looked at, pretty much. Millennials have pushed a lot in equality and changing the norms and mental health awareness and all that. You know, it's like we don't just stick with the way things were because that's the way things are. And I feel the Facebook crowd's a lot like that. And so I don't get along with the Facebook crowd. And I have a Facebook. I use it. I'm in the DAC VIP group. You know, but I don't like posting on Facebook. I still post my videos up on Facebook. I try to get them more on my Keona BT page. I've been doing more of that than my actual page because I'm trying to get away from using my actual page for this diamond painting stuff. So, but I feel uncomfortable being me over there. Kind of like I feel a little uncomfortable being me on YouTube. Don't get me wrong, you're getting the authentic me. You are. But you're not getting the Twitch me, which is what Miss Coffee gets. And like I said, it's that screen door filter. Actually, I think that screen door filter is more Twitch. I think it's no filter on YouTube. Sorry. I think it's more YouTube than anything. I think it's the no filter on Twitch. But like I said, we're getting to this point to where it's expected. Like, if I'm not saying outlandish shit, you know, what's my point? I know that's not true. It's kind of like the auto mod. I've learned the only way that I can really get auto mod to hit is if I talk about MILFs, if I tell it to shut up, or if I drop see you next Tuesday. Now, if you noticed, I used the acronym. I didn't say the words because, one, YouTube, but two, I understand that there are some people who are highly offended by the word. Highly offended. My mom is, and it's hilarious. Which, my mom, I'm trying to change the way she is. I really am. Because she's a boomer, she's a classic boomer, and I want her to be more accepting and more with the times, so I'm not going to sit there and call it see you next Tuesday. I'm going to say the actual word. But I'm not going to do that to everyone, and I do respect how other people feel about that word. A great example is Gemini's mama, Leah Ray. She does not like that word. So, out of respect for her, in Gemini's chat, I won't use the see you next Tuesday word. I will use the acronym just like that. But right now, I'm on a war with AutoMod because everybody needs their AutoMod tested out. And, what color am I? 2 double dots. I'm just picking colors at random if you haven't realized this. And a lot of people think that deems me as completely inappropriate, but I'm having more fun than anything. And honestly, if somebody were to sit there and tell me, hey, that's a little much, can you tone it down? I would 100% tone it down because it's their channels, not mine. However, if I were streaming, which right now I don't stream, maybe soon we're getting there. I just gotta clean the studio. If I were to be streaming and say be talking about adult education, that's how I'm gonna put it this way, you know, doing the Lord's work. If I'm doing the Lord's work and talking about adult education, then if somebody comes in and says, hey, can you not talk about that? And I will sit there and tell you, there are hundreds, if not thousands, there are thousands of channels live on Twitch at any moment. You can go to those. You don't have to. And that goes for YouTube too. If you don't like my content because I'm crude or I have very little filter, there are plenty of places on YouTube. As much as I'm trying to sit there and grow and do something, I want to be me. I want to feel free to speak the way I do. I figure YouTube monetization would be great, but I also figure at the same time, I don't think once I get there, again, y'all haven't known, and I've been in the partner program before, those 1K, 4K limits. But if I get there again, I'm not going to limit the way I am. I'm not going to suppress my own personality just for the algorithm. It's different putting on a filter and being more respectable to your audience for an algorithm. Completely different to turn into a Sunday school teacher just so you can get passed around and get ads. You know, I make jokes about being a sellout, but I'm not a monkey. I'm not going to sit there and dance around for peanuts. And yes, I said peanut. Peanuts. I have a lisp because I have no teeth. Okay? Which I would tell you the story about that one day. But, so when I say peanuts, it sounds like penis. But no, I am saying nut. Okay? Okay. I'm a little crazy, don't mind me. What else has been going on? I made a sell this week. You're awesome, you know who you are. I am hoping to get some more stuff up on the shop. I haven't done any of that because guess what it requires? The same thing that streaming requires. A clean studio. But I have been working so hard on content, and it's not just YouTube content, so don't feel like I'm going out of my way and I'm putting my shop on hold for YouTube. No. It is those daily TikTok videos. It is daily TikTok videos. Always trying to have something up for TikTok. And it got to a point to where maybe I was dancing. I don't know. But now that I got the paint gym kits in and I can work on those, and I got the 20 going on, and I still have more of Harley Quinn to put up, you know, I'm getting more and more content to be able to just have stuff stacked up for. Oh, and I'm doing my shop hauls there. That right now I have 3 shop hauls. Or 3 shopping hauls. I'm calling them Happy Meal hauls, I think, right now. But I got 3 of those ready. They're filmed. That is tomorrow, the next day, and the day after, if I wanted to. But I'm also doing daily 12 things, so if I can get a hold ahead of those, that'd be amazing. But I'm finally getting to a point, almost. I'm like this close to only having 4 days of filming and editing. That is the goal. 4 days filming and editing. 4-day week, work week. But that's not reasonable if you're putting out daily content. Shush you. It is. But that's not reasonable if you're doing time lapses. That doesn't count as filming. We're talking about where I have to sit here with a mic on and socialize. Basically, I'm trying to find less ways to socialize. Not really. But if I can have 4 days of filming and editing, then that leaves 3 days to myself or to the shop or maybe new projects. I don't know. Just free time. Right now I don't have free time because I'm going 100% and I love it. I do. But when my loved ones are sitting there going, you're always working, you're always doing something, nobody has time with you. That's when you're like, oh, maybe you're right. I don't like to admit people are right. I mean, I'll do it, I just don't like it. I don't like being silent either. So me being silent right this second just to sit there and pour the drills out was like, talk about something, talk about something. But we know my time management skills, they suck. I have a lot of... Oh, did I talk about today? I don't think I did. Today, being Thursday, has been a clusterfuck of a day. Not only did I refuse to wake up at my 4 a.m. time, I ended up waking up at 7 or 8. I don't even remember. Basically, I caught up on some sleep I had been missing out on by waking up at 4 a.m., but I'm not happy because that ruined my whole day. Anything that could go wrong did. It was just one of those days to where I wasn't good enough. But I was smart enough that I was trying to talk my brain out of it. I was just... One moment, I'd be like, everything I do is not good enough. Because I go to do something else, I would drop something. I would cause a complete disaster. And I had to push myself all day today to not go back to bed. Because it was just a bad day. I was in a bad mood. I was in a bad way. It's also why this is being filmed so late, is because of the fact that I went to go film, and as I go to start the recording, my mom walks in, talk to me, and I had just gotten to the mood of filming. I love my mom, but she has a way of killing the mood. Does that make sense? And then I had some constructive criticism today about my new video on TikTok, and I took it the wrong way, and instead of arguing, I sat back for a second, and I'm like, are you taking it the wrong way to take it the wrong way, or are you taking it the wrong way because it was actually hurtful? And so, once I talked to myself, and I said, self, you need to fucking chill out, I went outside, I had a cigarette, and I sat there, and I tried something, and it will work. So I came back, I apologized. Well, I didn't really apologize because there was nothing to apologize about. I didn't act like an asshole or anything. I was able to hold that in. But I was like, you're right. I think I know how to fix it. I think I can do it in the next video. I'm not going to re-upload this video and fix it, but I can fix it in the next video for tomorrow. And because my friends help a lot with the ideas. We bounce a lot of ideas off each other. My friends that are not creators will bounce more ideas off of me because of the fact they're like, oh, I'd like to see this done, but I'm not a creator, so you want to try it? And there's no fault. There's nothing wrong with getting ideas from your friends and your mod team. Mine's my mod team on Twitch. And people like that, because of the fact that it's not taking an idea. They're part of the team. And the key thing is they're not going to give you ideas like that. They're not going to throw that stuff at you if you're not part of the team. If they don't feel like part of the team. If they feel like they're just being used and manipulated and everything else, you ain't going to get shit. They're not going to sit there and give you good ideas. They're not going to help you out. And part of those good ideas is it starts with, what do you think about something like this? And usually, with a specific person I'm talking about, usually it's, what do you think about something like this? I go, I had the exact same idea, but this. And so, me and this person will go back and forth until we come up with one great idea that is a combination of both of our ideas. And that's what I'm saying. It's teamwork. It's effort. Like, the WIP chats all the stuff with diamond painting on YouTube has been mostly my idea based on, okay, this is the format. This is what people do on YouTube. Now, how can I make that more on my spin? Kind of like the month in review. I'm like, I don't want it just to be about diamond paintings. I want goals. Because I want to be goal-oriented. I think that'll help me sitting there throwing all this information out in the universe. And I tried to force those purchases in it. And it just feels like, eh. But I'm also from a time, oh my god, as we would now say in Miss Coffee's chat, Gammy Keona has a story, or Gam Keona. Sit around, gather around for a story from Gam Keona. So I've been on the internet a long time, most of my life, but I have been on Twitch and YouTube for 12 years each. Well, I've been a viewer of YouTube longer than that, but I made this account on YouTube in November of 2010, and I made my Twitch account, and 4th, 2011, had my first stream on January 5th, 2011. So I have been on YouTube and Twitch for 12 years. Observing, participating, you name it. So I can tell you some stories. So one of the stories is, in the beginning of both Twitch and YouTube, especially YouTube, if you took any sponsorship money, if you were after any money, if you had any thought of turning this into a business, you were a sellout and you were shunned. You were the worst person in the world. If you spent a dime on anything and showed it to somebody, it was a flex, and you were the worst person in the world. So I'm still stuck in that mentality, and part of that is my parents' generation too. That's like that whole boomer mentality. You don't sit there and flaunt what you buy and da-da-da-da. And I'm trying to get over that, because there's nothing wrong with sitting there and being happy with what you got and being, like, excited. But that is the older generation of Twitch and the older generation of YouTube. And when I mean older generation of Twitch, we're talking about even up to 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, before the pandemic and during the pandemic. If you talk about what you buy, and your friend and your other creators don't have the money you do to sit there and buy these things, you are the worst person in the world. You're just flaunting that you have money. You're flaunting your success. Me, in my case, since I'm married and I'm a housewife, I'm flaunting that I married up. I did not marry up. I just married a man who works. Okay? You know what I mean? It's like, and so I'm coming from that mentality, and so it's really hard to sit there and say, hey, I purchased this, and I'm really excited about it. And then, when it comes to a month, that's a whole lot. You know? And then, when it comes to, like, enough to make one video, like, I was watching Diamond Paintings by Laura, love her, and she did a small shop haul, and I'm like, I can't do that, because one, I can't wait that long before opening my packages, But two, it's like, if I were to buy that, or if I were to build up to have that much in a haul, which that's what she does. She doesn't like sit there and go out in a week and buy all this stuff. You know, it's over a month period. If I were to do that for a video, I would feel like I'm bragging, and I want to enjoy the opening of it because of that mentality of old Twitch and old YouTube. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. In fact, I think you deserve every right to be excited about what you purchase and everything else. So I'm like, how can I do this to where I can accept me talking about it? Because I am excited about this stuff. So in Twitch, how I did that was every stream, if I got something new, you were going to hear about it. Okay? Well, back on Twitch, I did daily streams. So the equivalent of an everyday WIP Chat, which you know you guys aren't going to get because of the fact I'm trying to limit my workload here. So I'm like, okay, what's the equivalent of that on YouTube? Weekly WIP Chat. And so, obviously I don't have all the items here because I had already unboxed them. Some of them I've put away already. Other are big, like the Diamond Art Clubs. So, let's just go ahead and at the beginning of the video, show some images of me unboxing them. Throw those unboxings on TikTok, because TikTok has never had that mentality. You know, and then boom. Talk about it. I can have my excitement about it. If somebody has a problem with it, they can get the fuck out of the channel right then and there at the very beginning of the video. That's basically, I'm 36 now. I have a 16-year-old, a 14-year-old, and a 12-year-old. I'm at this point in my life that if you're not happy with something I'm doing, or you're not happy with something on my channel, you can just get the fuck out. Is that wrong? Probably. Do I care? Not really. It's just you cannot please everybody. And I'm not going to sit there and deal with people going, that's not, you know, it's kind of messed up. I can't afford that. You know what? I can't afford shit either, bitch. No, I can't. We did the Craftedly sale today. The make it or break it sale. Everybody raced to it. A lot of people, guys, stop knocking things over. Hold on a second. We were about to lose the rabbit food. Well, what was I getting at? Oh, Craft. So, Craftedly had its make it or break it sale today. And a lot of people were unable to get things because things were selling out quickly. Great sale. I got a couple things. You'll see them in next week's WIP Chat. If they come within a week. Usually they do. And so, I'm excited. But a lot of the problem is, oh, I don't really have the money for that. I can't really afford that. I've made it to where I can afford these things. I live by paying fors. I shouldn't. And paying fors is the only reason I can afford certain things. And those Diamond Art Clubs I bought with points. I think I paid a total of $30 out of pocket. Stuff like that. And so that's why I have a TikTok that sounds like a Diamond Art Club ad, because it says, you know, I can't afford Diamond Art Club either, but Diamond Art Club doesn't want you to pay full price, and here's all the ways that you can save money with Diamond Art Club. I literally have a TikTok that's like that. So, and at the very end, it talks about paying fors. Paying fors is the main way. And right now, I have... The way I do it is I stagger my paying fors to where I'm always around the same budget with paying fors, so I'm never getting too bad. And I just paid off all the Christmas paying fors, but I'm not jumping ahead to go get new paying fors, like tons of new paying fors. So right now I got an Amazon cart full of stuff that's going into a paying for, going into Afterpay. And I have rewards and everything else, and it ends up being worth it for me because I can't make that big lump sum payment in the end. That's the reason. That's my big issue with the graphics card is once I pay off my paying fors, then I can get the graphics card with a paying for, because I can use Afterpay on Amazon. And that's the thing. I have the credit with Amazon to get a graphics card right now, technically. But then that would increase my paying for bi-weekly budget that I'm currently paying, and therefore would kind of defeat the purpose of a paying for. That makes sense? So I've gotten a few people telling me that it's expensive and stuff like that, like Diamond Art Club, right? And usually I direct them to pay. I will. Or the code. And I hate to be that person doing that. But yeah. I'm actually going to finish with this color right there. I have to get up and feed a rabbit, because now that he saw the food get up, we moved the food from on top of the cage, he wants the food now. And I also should be going to bed. It is 9:30ish, and I want to get this stuff all put together and all that. So I hope you guys have a wonderful time zone. If you have any questions, concerns, if you have any comments, like, I talked about a few topics today that are kind of controversial, okay? So, if you have any comments on the topic, by all means, comment sections down below. And guess what? I'm not going to block you for saying something like you disagree. I'm all for adult conversation. So, we can have a adult-like conversation about things. We don't have to sit there and get heated about things. That's what the comment section is for. If you liked what you heard today, or you like the content, leave a thumbs up down below. That lets me know I'm doing the right thing. Coloring. If you enjoy the content and you like a little bit of spice with your, WIP chats and everything else, there's a subscribe button down below, and ring the bell to know when I put up a new video. Either way, I'm gonna get out of here. I hope y'all enjoyed your video. I believe it's Sunday.